last time you cleaned your makeup brushes, huh?
Okay, y'all, so
Anywho, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave this video here for whoever needs it, because I know you ain't thoroughly cleaned them brushes in a while. So here are the dirty brushes, and yes, I'm rinsing them first. I don't know what this does, but it makes me feel happy to know that I rinsed my brushes before I started. But first thing you're gonna need is a cup of boiling hot water, and you want to pour a little bit into a jar. Make sure you don't fill the jar up completely. Then I'm going to add a couple pumps of my face wash, and I believe that's the Clean and Clear. I'll put it down in the description box below. And then I'm going to add a tad bit of rubbing alcohol to this mixture. Take one of my brushes, and then I'm going to mix it up. So notice that the jar is full only a little bit, because I don't want the furrow of the brushes to get wet, and that's the piece, the little metal piece that holds the bristles in place, because if that gets soaked and wet, then your brush starts falling apart and your bristles start falling out. Also, why did I choose to use face wash instead of like shampoo or dish soap is because I feel like face wash was already meant to break down dirts and oils and things that are on your face, so why not use that to clean my makeup brushes? But you can use whichever one you like. This is just what I prefer. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking each brush one by one and taking about 30 seconds, maybe less, and I'm just dipping and mixing that brush into there to like get the dirt and the makeup off of the brush. I'm going to go ahead and do this for a few more brushes, and then I will get back into the details. And yes, I know that this might look a little unsanitary. I'm dipping the brushes into dirty water mixture, or whatever you want to call it, but it's fine because I'm going to rinse the brushes, and then I'm going to let them soak for a little bit as well later on, as you will see. So no worries to all the brush cleaning detectives out there. Now I'm going to just go ahead and take those brushes and rinse them off. Again, trying not to get it too wet where it's not supposed to be, but it's kind of inevitable. And then I'm going to just go ahead and clean them up a little bit more by taking my paper towel and just wiping them down before moving on to the next step. I'm going to go ahead and do all of the brushes and be back to you with more details. Now for the face brushes, I'm going to go ahead and make that same concoction like I did before, putting my boiling hot water, my face wash, and my rubbing alcohol into a jar. And then I'm going to take each of the bigger face brushes and I'm going to dip them in exactly how I did before. But because these brushes are more dense than the eyeshadow brushes, these are going to take a lot more work to clean. This dipping alone is not going to work. So I'm going to dip these individually, and then I'm going to go ahead and rinse them off just like I did the other brushes, but then I'm going to let them soak for a while so that they can get nice and clean. As you can see while I'm rinsing this brush off is that there's plenty of makeup still left on this brush, and it's mainly because only the outside was getting clean, so I went ahead and let those soak. And since I was letting the face brushes soak, I might as well let the small eyeshadow brushes soak a little bit too. So while the big brushes are still soaking, I went ahead and rinsed off the smaller brushes, dried them off again, and then I'm just going to lay those out nice and flat so they can begin to dry. Back to the face brushes. Now this brush came out nice and clean, so I just went ahead and rinsed that one off, but not all of them came out so nice and clean, so I'm just go ahead and rinse out some of that extra dirt. And for the ones that needed some extra loving care, I'm going to go ahead and take a few pumps of that face wash, put it on my fingertips, and scrub that brush around there, circling and making sure that I'm getting in the middle of those bristles, cleaning it nice and thoroughly, you feels me? And then we're going to go ahead and rinse them off and dry them. So clearly this brush just wanted some extra attention from me, but yes, I finally got it nice and clean. So once I did, I just rinsed it off, dried it with the others, and now I'm going to take this brush cleaning spray that you would typically use in between uses, like before you do a deep cleaning, but I'm going to go ahead and spray that on my brushes, and I'm going to let them dry, and then I'll be back with the results for you. And here you have it, guys. Nice and clean brushes. Remember, when your brushes are clean, your makeup applies better. You avoid chances of your face breaking out. Okay, so make sure you clean your brushes thoroughly every now and then. Here are the products that I used. Again, they will also be listed in the description box below. If you learned something, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.